Hello, I'm Cameron Hutchison. I'm the CEO and founder of the Hutchison Group. And I'd like to talk to you today about the importance of having a good plan for HR due diligence when it comes to mergers and acquisitions. It's always good to understand the opportunities for improvement as well as the risks. So, for example, one things we found over the years that when we do a due diligence, we want to make sure that if it's a unionized facility, we want to have full understanding of the labor contract. We want to understand the good things about it, the costs, and perhaps the restrictive work rules contained within that contract, and the opportunities to renegotiate the contract. For example, if it's an asset purchase deal, under the current law, the company will have a right to sit down with the union and potentially renegotiate the contract. If it's a stock purchase deal, then you're going to inherit the contract as it is. If you have a non-union workforce, you also understand, have there been any recent union organizing attempts, or are there issues, morale issues or turnover issues within the organization that you need to be sensitive to? So having a plan to carefully assess both the opportunities and the risks is really, really an important thing. And there's a number of ways to do it. Obviously, most acquisitions have data rooms. We go in and we can scrub all the pertinent information. We look at litigations, employment litigations, discrimination litigations, grievance logs, and things of that nature. But the other thing we found very effective is to go in and actually sit down with line supervisors who manage the workforce on a day-to-day basis and determine, what are the problems that they're having and what are the opportunities that they would seek to implement under new ownership. And when you do have new ownership, one of the things that we have found that occurs is that the workforce tends to be open to change for a short period of time. There's initial anxiety always about what's going to happen to us. And so if there's reasonable changes that the new owner would like to make, making those changes for the benefit of the company and the employees is always better to do early rather than later. As time goes on, people tend to fall back on their natural level of resistance. So these are some of the things that, it's just important to pay attention to. Changes need to be made early. The other thing that you might want to look into too is if you're going to acquire a business and you're going to keep that business at its current location, maintain employment levels, or even increase employment levels, it's worth exploring with the state or local community, see what types of economic incentives might be available. So these are just a few of the things that we think it's important to look at. The number one message here is make sure when you're evaluating a business, you evaluate the people concerns. I mean, when it comes right down to it, most businesses are defined by the talents of their business. You don't want a lot of turnover. You want to make sure you have the right talent. You want to make sure you're going to retain the right talent. And again, on the labor front, especially if you have unions, you want to make sure you have a good working relationship with the union leadership. You want to identify problems, understand the history. And if you have a non-union workforce, chances are you want to make sure that you can maintain the flexibility that a non-union workforce provides. So again, it's a matter of attention to detail. It's certainly worth the time to do that. If anyone has any questions or like to talk about how to do a proper HR due diligence, please contact us. We'd be happy to have a free consultation. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you next time.